What's up, guys? Today in this video I got Joseph Newton here with me. He is currently running a Facebook ad for a personal training client, and he just wanted to get some review. He's in the Facebook ads group, so I figured instead of writing out a super long reply, and I would just go ahead and do a video chat call with him. So if you guys are interested, you can actually join the Facebook group. It's called Paid Ads in the Dollars. Search it up in the search bar on Facebook. And people basically do. The reason I made this group was for people to do just this, to be able to post their Facebook ads and get feedback on it, because I know that it's kind of hard to tell whether something's going to work or not, or if something isn't working, what you should fix. So that's why I'm making this video, because I get the question all the time, how do I make my ads actually work? So that's what we're going to be going over in this video. He has an ad he's already made, and he's going to also be asking questions that I get a lot from you guys. So I'm really looking forward to this video. So Joseph, I'm going to walk us through here. I've got the ad pulled up right now. He can see my screen. Walk us through here, like what the situation is with this client.
Yeah, so I've been running the ad now for probably around 2 days now. So far I've spent around £10, just over £10, and I've been running it. I originally ran it as like to a landing page through ClickFunnels, and then I switched it on the second day, so yesterday, to a lead, like a Facebook lead form, and both attempts have just not worked at all. So I've tried like switching up the ad copy a bit, but again, like I just need a bit of help, I think, with changing around the ad copy and just finding out what's like the best objective to use. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So we're gonna cover pretty much everything in this video, guys. You're gonna get so much value. I'm really excited for this one. So, first off, what's the reason for wanting to do a triathlon? Is this targeting like a very specific type of person?
Yeah, he doesn't do like normal personal training. It's more just like the triathlon kind of thing.
Okay, got you. So what does your targeting actually look like on this ad?
So I targeted pretty much everything around like the triathlon sport. So everything like around cycling, like all like the triathlon groups in like the UK, which is where I live. All like things that are around swimming. So literally just everything around every single sport. So it was really broad. I think that's probably another reason why it didn't work too well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. So let's go. I'm going to go into the ads manager right now. And first off, the main issue that I see with this ad, after looking at it, we're going to watch the video real quick. And overall, the most important thing with any ad is going to be the video. So I'm going to play that real quick.
Hello, just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Martin Kane. I'm a triathlon coach. I've raced at most levels of triathlon, all the way from novice, barely been able to swim, all the way up to professional Ironman. Like I say, I've just turned coach, so with the experience I've got, I can provide bespoke training plans that fit around your life, the pressures of life itself, training, racing, family life. As things change, being adaptable, making sure that everything's kept up to date so that you see the best results. If you are interested in a free consultation, then just give me a shout. Alright, thank you, bye-bye.
Alright, so the video, like what he actually says in the video is pretty good, to be honest with you. Now, like the video angle and the way it's kind of set up, it's really awkward, and I feel like for as far as like a normal person, like the way like the camera's tilted and just like the way he's looking in this video, it's a little bit awkward. So what I would do instead, and one thing that's not very good at the end either, is like a free consultation. One thing I always say in any ads, never say like the word consultation. And sometimes with your clients, and if they make a video, I know it's hard to like control exactly what they say in the video. That's one of the hardest things, but you kind of have to try to work around that. So what you can do instead then is, now I don't know if this is like a free trial or something like that, but the important thing is whether it's a free trial or not, you always got to make sure it works. So what I would suggest is you can keep his voice the same so he doesn't have to record it, but maybe you see if you can get some images of himself working with people. Even if he needs to take those pictures this week, take videos, that will be a lot more powerful than just this video of himself alone. I would just cut out the video of himself alone. Like I wouldn't even have this video. I would just use this as like the voiceover and put in clips of him, a picture of him working with clients before and after results, maybe like show on the screen like someone's triathlon results before and after working with him, so that people can directly see the social proof that he really does and is saying, does what he says, and then at the end do like a call to action. What is the See, the other problem in here is there's not really a clear call to action. So there should be something like a free training session. Was that something he was willing to do, or did he not really want to do like a free training session?
No, that was something he was willing to do.
Okay, so what I would do then instead is I would do a free training session, because that takes like, even though everybody knows, like, if you're taking a free personal training session or a triathlon session, whatever it may be, everybody knows that there's some kind of obligation behind that to like work with them. Nobody's really gonna just take a free personal training session just for the sake of it, for the most part. So that would probably be the strongest offer in the situation. So I would do like some kind of headline like free triathlon training session or something like that. Just make sure that's really obvious and the call to action is really clear, because in this it kind of like you're not really sure what you're actually like applying for. So that's one thing that to do. And then so I would cut out the end where he says like free consultation, and maybe just like put on the screen like apply for a thing, and then put like a down arrow. You don't have to make this video yourself. You can also just hire someone on Fiverr to do a kind of video like this. I personally have a video editor that I've gotten through Upwork after doing multiple trials, so with different people. So that, because I make videos all the time for clients, that's something I do. So it's a long-term thing you can do. Yeah. Or you can just find someone on Fiverr and kind of get them all of the videos and stuff that you need, and basically just tell them exactly what you want. So let's kind of like look over the ad copy here. So help, I want to do a triathlon, where do I start? So there's kind of two things that you can go after here. You can either go after, so is he more targeted towards people that are looking to do triathlon for the first time, or is it more towards people that have maybe done them in the past?
Yeah, that's kind of like, at the minute all of his clients are just people who are already in triathlon, like athletes. Yeah. But he's looking to kind of find people who are just starting to get into it. Yeah, that kind of area. Okay,
so what I would do then, as I would do both, I would test between, like I would say something at the beginning like, hey, do you run triathlons, or something along those lines. So this headline is not too bad. Like, help, I want to do a triathlon, where do I start? So this actually isn't too bad. I think the main problem with the ad copy is, like I just said, it's just like the call to action isn't clear. Like you're not exactly sure what you're getting. So I feel like the ad copy is not bad as far as that goes.
So just make.
And I would maybe put like a running emoji just to like make it more obvious, like what exactly is going, or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So you kind of there's some criticism there, and the video is the most important thing by far. Though, if people see social proof, that will help enormously in whether someone's going to do this or not. The main reason I would see somebody not doing this the way it's set up right now is because of the video purely, because you're not really sure what you're getting into. There's no visual representation of what this is going to look like. Nobody, like, it's just too vague. That's the main issue. Because it's just like, to me, or somebody that was doing this, like to anybody really, it just kind of looks like a guy that's just talking about like a triathlon. Unless you like really pay attention and listen really hard, you won't understand what exactly it's about. And people with attention spans are really bad, so you need to make it really obvious what's going on.
Okay.
So that's the main thing of the ad, and let's go through some of the targeting so we can show you that as well, give you some ideas. So let me go into my own personal ad account for this. Let me show you a video just to give you an idea of what exactly I mean.
Hey, what's going on?
This is from one of my personal training clients that I had in the past, just to give you guys an input.
Fitness. I'm a trainer in Olathe, Kansas. I'd like to reach out.
Is that loud enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys personally a free training session, so if you'd like to come in and check it out, kind of get to see what the environment's all about, or if you thought about, hey, I need to get a personal trainer, or hey, I'd like to improve my fitness over the new year, come in, check us out, and then we'd love to help you. Thank you.
Yeah, so this ad, like this video is not, I'll be completely honest with you, the video is not very good. What he says isn't amazing, but it's the social proof that sells this really, because when you see this, when this is targeted towards women, keep in mind, there's so much social proof. Look how many different clients he's working with that you see. Look at the results. And that's why this ad ended up working, was purely because of this video right here. And the ad copy was pretty good as well. But
I did ask for like a lot more kind of client like pictures, but he said that a lot of his clients didn't want to send him any pictures. I don't know why. Is there a way to kind of get around that, or?
Yeah, let me think. See, that's kind of a tough one there. I can understand that kind of thing. The only thing I would redo if in that situation is kind of, one, try to like just talk him into it a little bit more, and kind of explain the reasons behind why we actually want the pictures, because we want the social proof to show that you actually are working with clients. Because from looking at it this perspective is what you got to explain to him. It doesn't seem like yes, you're saying that you work with 10 clients, but it's not really showing that. Like, nobody knows that's actually true.
Okay.
And people want to see like tangible results. That's going to be a lot more effective, so we can show that through Facebook. Now, it's okay if some of your clients do, but there's got to be at least a couple that would maybe, even if you have to tell him, like, even if he has to offer them like a free session to get that video, it's going to be worth it in the long term as social proof. So he can kind of give them an offer as well and an incentive to actually let them like use a video like that. So that's another idea for you. But pretty much, like, there's not really too much of a way around it, to be honest with you. You're going to need at least like two, three at least, and preferably even if you can like write out even if it's maybe a written testimonial from somebody that comes up on the screen, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, like a message. Could it be like a message that screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you also want to have visuals as well, not only messages, but it's okay to throw 1 or 2 messages in there. So another thing I'd suggest as well, this is something that a lot of people miss on their ads, I would highly suggest adding captions. Just auto-generate the captions on your videos, because it makes it easier for people. Like, it just catches people's attention more, and plus if somebody's at work or something, they can't necessarily turn on the volume, but they'll still understand what the ad is saying.
Okay, yeah.
That's another quick tip. So let's go into the targeting real quickly, and this will be the last thing that we go over. And then we'll get to some of your questions, of course.
Yeah.
So let me just choose a random one here. And whether you do lead generation is perfectly fine for this kind of thing. Another option for personal trainers, which I wouldn't suggest if it's like a free trial. Is it a free trial or is it a paid client?
It's a free trial.
Okay, so I wouldn't suggest this, but something that's really interesting for personal trainers is to do Facebook Messenger bots, and so then the personal trainer can physically reply to each person through Facebook and kind of like set up an appointment from there rather than having to call them up. So that's actually a cool way to do it. But let's go to the targeting and see kind of what options we have here. Let's try triathlon. Okay, so I would purely just do, if I were you, I would probably just do this one single interest and do like your the radius. That's honestly what I would do. I would keep it that simple. Just do triathlons and see what comes up. If you want to do it, if the audience is still too big, you can narrow it, and you can do like one of these other ones in here and do like a double interest if you feel like the audience is too big, to make sure they're really interested in triathlons. But I think if you just do triathlons alone, you're going to have really good results with that. So that's what I would just suggest. Just keep it simple. That's all you really need. And then let's see. And for that much, I would just leave limited spaces left off, because that kind of seems a little bit gimmicky. I've started to notice this is a big change in like the marketing world. You can do scarcity, but you have to be really smart about it, because people have become really smart and they know whether it's like fake scarcity or not. So sometimes I have a little trick that I do personally. I'm looking for 10 new people who are serious about the jump, and I would maybe actually do like less than that. I would maybe do like 3 to 5. And I usually say why in the ad as well later on. You don't have to, it's not necessary in this ad, but sometimes I'll say why there's only 10 people, because sometimes people need a reason or else they think it's fake. So I'll say like, you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to do this in your ad whatsoever, but this is just an idea for you guys and people out there. Explaining why you can only do 10. Like, I'm looking for five new people serious about the jump. I mean, that doesn't really matter. So this isn't a big deal, but if you explain maybe, like in this ad, I wouldn't change it, but sometimes it's good to explain, like, I only have a limited amount of time or something along those lines. So with that said, that is the ad. So do you have any other questions for me after going through that with you?
Yeah, so should I then use like a landing page or like rather than the messenger, or should I just stick with the lead ad?
I would stick with the lead ad for now. I was something new I'm going to suggest to people is whenever you do free trials, just do the lead ads for the most part. It's just a lot faster to set up, so I would highly recommend just sticking with that because landing pages do take a little bit longer to set up.
Yeah, okay.
And also, I was wondering real quickly why this is on a test page. Is this actually run on a different page? It's just not showing up for me?
Yeah, it's just, that was the mock-up that I used, yeah.
Okay, got you.
That's the same, yeah. And in terms of, like, split testing, how much of the budget, like, it's on a really small budget. It's only like a £50 budget, this ad. So, like, how much money should I put towards split testing? And, like, how many split tests should I, like, set up?
That's a good question. So for this ad specifically, I would not, for me personally, I would not do any split testing. I would just, if anything, I would do like 2 split tests just to be sure. But as far as this goes, it should, like, if you have the right video, that's the main issue that I'm seeing with this, and the right call to action, it's clear. I feel like it'll work for the most part with that triathlon targeting. Like me personally, after running ads for so many people, you kind of get an idea like what's going to work. So I already basically know that's going to work if you do it the right way. So I wouldn't even need to do a split test. Now, if you want to do split test, you can, but there's so many different things you could do it against that I don't think it's like 100% necessary. But of course, it is good to split test things in the long term. So if anything, I would just split it into 2 different ones. But other than that, you don't really need to do a huge amount for something like this.
Yeah. Okay. And also, like, another question, like, I've got a cafe coming up. I'm going to be running an ad for them, so I'm thinking that I just kind of make it a general, like, reach ad rather than trying to go for, like, sales straight away. Is that something that you suggest doing? Or, like...
So what's your idea for that offer?
Like a free coffee for, like, 1 year. So, like, one person gets a free coffee, like, every single month or week for, like, a whole year.
Got you. So what I would suggest doing is, if you're gonna, are you just doing it as a free trial?
Yeah.
Okay. What I would suggest doing is...
I've made a video for them. Like, I went into the place and did like a cinematic video type thing.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen already, I actually have a video on this, and I think that's where you got the idea from. So what I would suggest doing is getting people on a messenger bot, subscribe to a messenger bot in order to get the giveaway. So there's a couple things you can do. You can say, like, you can have them, now Facebook is getting, okay, so there's this new rule with Facebook where you can't ask for shares, likes, or comments. You're not, like, able to, like, you can, but Facebook will reduce your reach for it. So that's kind of a difficult thing. Now, there's one trick here, and I'm not really sure if this is allowed or not by Facebook yet. So with messenger bots, you can target people that comment a specific word on your posts, and you basically have to say, like, comment what to enter in the giveaway. Now, I don't know if Facebook allows that or not. So that's one tricky thing that you might have to do some research on. But if you can, that would be the best thing. Have people comment a keyword to enter in the giveaway, and then the messenger bot is going to send them a message. And I actually just put up a messenger bot tutorial on my YouTube today that you can look at to learn how to do that. And then from there, what you can basically sell them on is, now they have this list of, let's say, 100 people on this messenger bot list. We can send them offers and reminders whenever we want from there.
Okay.
So that's the best thing, because you're using the giveaway to basically gain subscribers. Now, it's basically the same as getting people to an email list, but it's through Facebook Messenger, which will have higher open rates. And basically from there, you can send offers to these people every week or every month, or however often you want to do it.
Okay. All right. makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I'll try experimenting with that. Definitely.
All right, perfect. Yeah. This video will be up for you, so you can always watch it whenever you want again. Is that pretty much any other questions that you had?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, are we still recording?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So going forward, like getting not really related to Facebook ads, but going forward, what type of clients do you kind of recommend going for? Because at the minute, I'm just trying to go for like any type of clients. Is there like one niche that you'd kind of recommend?
Yes. So as far as like coffee shops and stuff like that, I wouldn't really recommend them too much because their budget is very low. Probably only gonna be able to charge them $500 or $1,000 max. Just because they simply can't afford it, and it'll also kind of be hard to make them show them a huge amount of profit, even though you will in the next year. But I would, for the most part, for most beginners, I would suggest the health or fitness niche seems to be the easiest one to get results in, and go with businesses that are established, that already have good reviews. That is obvious. It's best if they're doing a little bit of marketing already, especially if it's a different form of marketing. That's the best case scenario because you know they have a marketing budget. And sometimes to qualify clients, I'll ask them what their marketing budget is, and if they say they don't have a marketing budget, that's a very bad sign. If they say 500, that's still a little bit of a bad sign, but you might be able to win them over. And now if they say something like $2,000 or $10,000, that's the best kind of client you can possibly have. And they're going to be a little bit harder to sell, of course, because they're going to be looking for someone with experience and a lot of confidence. So you can kind of use these free trials, because know that every free trial that you do, you're going to be learning, you're going to be becoming better, and you're going to be becoming an expert every time. So once you've actually been doing this for a little bit, you're going to become the expert, and it's going to be so easy to talk to these people and sell these people, because when they're talking to you, they're going to know you're an expert, and that their money is going to be in good hands. So with that said, for beginners, I would suggest the health and fitness niche. Otherwise, another option is you can pick a specific one and just stick with it. For example, you could pick car dealerships and stick with it, but car dealerships will be a harder niche to get results for. But if you just stick to it and learn that specific niche, there will be less competition because the ads are a little bit harder, but you will also get paid more than you would in the health and fitness niche, because car dealerships spend tens of thousands of dollars on marketing, to give you an idea. So there's kind of two options there. You can pick whether you want to go against less competition, or you just want to do more competition and just get really easy results.
So a restaurant's kind of a niche to avoid then, or because I was looking.
For the most part, yes, I would suggest most people stick away from restaurants unless they're a small chain, or a higher end restaurant.
Right. Okay. That's pretty much all my questions now. Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you very much for allowing me to record this video. I really hope it'll help you guys out. So thank you, Joseph. And like I said earlier in the video, if you guys want to join this Facebook group and get help just like this, then the Facebook group is called Paid Ads into Dollars. I'll put a link down in the description below, but you can also search it into Facebook because that'll probably be easier. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out.